That'd be perfect. Anyone ever heard of? Oh, my brother put me name up for it. The writer, Julian. Yeah.
Tip a little bit later.
Excuse me now, for the audition. You'll have to switch that.
What part are you going to?
Yeah. And go over the part and see.
It's audition. Serial killer. I've never heard that's original. Irish serial killer.
Oh, where is this?
John and Greg?
Yeah. You don't get many of them. Not right.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're the 90.
You never get them again. We're all very calm.
Yeah.
The acting school down there said, you know what?
Jeffrey Lucas. Yeah.
Go for it. You might have a chance. You're looking good.
My name's Jeffrey Lucas.
Have you done much film work in the past, Jeff?
Bits and bobs, nothing to write home about.
It's just, it doesn't mention anything about film work on your CV. Only theatre.
In my opinion, a CV serves as a history of your achievements and abilities. Some of the films I've been in, believe me, they wouldn't gain me any work.
So you have been in front of a camera before?
Numerous times.
Says here you studied at the Mark Kelsey School of Drama.
Yeah, he's a good teacher. How did you find working with him?
Well, let's just say Mark and I had our differences about the acting profession.
What? You didn't get on?
No, we got on really well. We just had our differences.
So, you know a little bit about this movie we're going to make?
It's called The Calendar Killer, I believe.
It was written in response to the dearth of no-brainer horror movies that are cluttering our video stores at the moment.
So it's a slasher movie.
Julian likes to think of it as a social drama.
It was written after watching a pile of those early 80s exploitation films. You know, the sort of thing. Friday the 13th, April Fool's Day, Halloween, My Bloody Valentine.
Good movies.
But I got to thinking, why would a mass killer only slay on one particular day in the calendar? What would he do for the rest of the year?
Sharpen his axe. Probably.
I don't really think Jason Voorhees knows what day it is. Never mind the date.
So you came up with a killer who kills all the time?
Only on notable dates throughout the calendar year, you know, Pentecost, Monday, Thursday, Pancake Day.
World Red Cross Day.
It's a comedy.
Far from it. This is going to be the most realistic social drama ever made.
And Jonathan here has decided to film it in black and white.
Yes, it's going to give it a moodier feel, very Russell Harty, you know, arty.
I don't want to sound like a creep or anything, but this film sounds really interesting.
What could you bring to the role?
I don't really know what the role is.
If you did get the part, you'd be playing Tony Marshall, a man recently unemployed, just lost his wife, a surgical accident gone wrong.
Tony Marshall's just your average guy, Jeff, but he feels that the whole world is against him in every way. You know, I was originally going to call him Joe Marshall, simply because he's your average Joe.
So the bulk of our money came from a guy named Anthony Marshall, who actually wanted us to name the killer after him.
Well, I believe that I could really bring a lot to the part. I certainly believe that I could bring a lot of humanity to the role.
Humanity's good, yes.
I like that. Because, I mean, this isn't your normal killer in a William Shatner mask terrorising a small community. This is a normal man who's just been pushed too far.
Obviously, I'd have to look more into the script before I could delve into what Tony Marshall is all about.
Sounds good. Sounds very good.
Earlier, we asked another actor what he could bring to the role. He said he could bring his own gloves.
Well, he obviously doesn't take the work seriously, does he?
So it's a slasher film?
No. They call it a social drama. But yeah, it's a slasher movie.
Not a very good one.
So what do you think?
It's awful, Jeff. It's just plain bad.
You're just comparing it to your own work.
I write children's books about talking dogs. It's pretty difficult to compare the two.
Writing, I mean.
It's not badly written. It's just the concept that's lame. You're not taking this, are you?
Yeah, it's a job, it's work.
It's crap is what it is. The calendar killer. A madman kills randomly on any notable date in order to gain revenge for the badness done to him by the world. Badness done to him?
Okay, I admit it's not Shakespeare, but lots of actors started out doing work like this. Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Billy Hartman.
Billy Hartman?
Terry in Emmerdale.
He was in a slasher film.
Slaughter High. He got electrocuted on a bed with his girlfriend in 1986.
You know Brad Pitt, Jeff? Actually, come to think of it, you know Terry from Emmerdale?
It's the first rung on the ladder, Debs.
Pitt and Clooney didn't spend many years and a lot of money studying their art. You have. You've played Hamlet, for God's sake, you're classically trained.
Yeah, and where's classically trained got us?
Work. You have worked constantly for the last 4 years.
Granted, in the theatre, yeah, but who sees you in the theatre, Debs?
Theatre gets you seen by people, real people, professional people. Not your average, untalented amateur hack with a camcorder.
I want to do film. Film gets you noticed. I don't want to spend the next 10 years of my life in some badly lit room in front of a couple of hundred people performing the same god-awful plays night after night. It's alright for you. You're doing what you always wanted to do. Remember when you were writing those stupid stories for that woman's magazine? You hated it.
Well, I wouldn't call them stupid stories.
I apologise. I meant good stories in those stupid women's magazines.
Yeah, okay, I understand. But I just feel that you're lowering your ability getting involved in this mess.
Listen, that's part of the problem. You never listen. A part of this is about me enjoying myself. On stage, I don't enjoy myself anymore. I go through the motions night after night. Just say, for example, one night some really important person came to see me. What's he gonna think? He's gonna sit there and think, God, look at that prat going through the motions. This, however bad it seems, looks like fun to me.
Yeah, well, Jeff, just remember that lousy choices always come back to haunt you.
Yeah, but lousy choice or not, it's experience.
Depression is the key word here, Jeff. Think of the biggest weight you can and pretend it's on your shoulders and act upon it. Act upon it, lovey.
This is the calm before the storm scene, Jeff. Slow montage if you walk in the streets, yeah?
This is very important because this is the part of the film where the audience really get what you're about and how you actually got to this point.
This is your turning point, Jeff.
Okay. And action, Jeff. And cut.
Can we do that again, Jonathan? I can do it better.
That was perfect, Jeff. Bloody perfect.
Just as I wrote it, Jeff. Just as I wrote it.
Can we have someone over here to clean Steve up, please? We may need him for the next scene.
Nice one.
I see what you mean about Tony. It all started really quickly for him. It was just a blinding piece of violence.
Exactly. I mean, will poor Steve over there really have mugged him? Or did he only want the time?
We'll never know, will we?
He did only want the bloody time, you know.
So I grabbed hold of this guy and I stabbed him in the neck with this fake knife. We had blood gushing everywhere. It was a bit grisly. Steve was great though, really professional.
Sounds, very wonderful.
I loved it, Debs. Running through the streets. This is real acting. Not enclosed in a dark room with the confines of a stage. I had room to do whatever I wanted. And the best thing was, I suggested things to them. And they listened. To me.
I'm really pleased you're enjoying yourself. So, have you spoke money with these people yet?
It's a low budget film.
What are you getting paid?
All the cast are on deferred payments. If the film makes money, so will we.
I really can't see this thing making money.
Don't be so bloody negative. If I wanted money that bad, I wouldn't be an actor. I'd have a menial job like sweeping the streets or writing dodgy children's books. I didn't mean that.
No. Let's talk about this, Jeff. I really think we should.
I was just kidding.
You see, I've thought about this, and I understand where you're coming from. You're jealous of me. It's as simple as that.
Jealous? Of what?
My work.
Well, I think you've got that wrong, honey. Why would I be jealous of you? You're not exactly setting the world on fire with your literary genius, are you?
Honey? How long have I been your honey?
Since you started having a high opinion of yourself.
You're not jealous of me writing. You're jealous because I'm doing something I enjoy and something I'm pretty good at. Have you ever thought why you've never made it big, Jeff? Or why you don't own a mansion in Beverly Hills or Steven Spielberg isn't knocking at our door? Maybe it's because you're not very good at your chosen profession.
Now I know what a stake to the heart feels like.
Oh, you've needed to hear this for a long time. You're only as good as your limitations, and once you know what they are, you'll excel in them.
Well, that's great. Come from a woman who writes children's books about Lappy the Labrador and his frolicking adventures on Warnbrook Farm with Ginger the cat and Ozzy the goose.
Well, at least you know my work. Good or bad, people buy it and people read it, because I know my limitations.
I want to be famous, Debs. Maybe I have hit my limitations with this film. I'm really happy doing it, so maybe this is my limit.
Can't you find a limitation that doesn't defer its pay?
You can be a really nasty person sometimes, you know. Cut! Can we do that again, John? I can do it better.
No worries, we can do it again.
Wait a minute. This could be great. Big plot twist.
What are you talking about?
Tony kills people randomly, right? And everything's been perfect for him. Until now.
Right, until now he's got to change his whole routine. He's got to go searching for one individual.
Right.
This is great. This is going to add a lot to the movie. Well done, Jeff.
Do you often just come up with new ideas like this?
Only when they're better than the ones we originally had.
You okay, Jeff?
Don't you want to do a bigger film, John? Something with more of a budget?
No, I love making films for no money whatsoever.
So you're striving to make a better film, so people will see it and give you more money to make an even better film?
Well, that's the way it works. Hopefully.
So this isn't your limitation?
Definitely not. I have plans to make the greatest film of all time. This is just the way it has to start.
You got any problems, Jeff? It's just, you look a bit down.
My girlfriend thinks I'm lowering myself by doing this kind of film.
What the hell does she know? She writes children's books about talking animals.
Yeah, but it's a credible job. I mean, she's won a few prizes, sold a few books. She's doing okay.
Don't put yourself in the same bracket as her, Jeff. You're a talented guy. People will realise that after we finish this film. I guarantee, people will be knocking at your door.
Okay, let's get to work.
Good man.
Scene 24, Jeff.
So how long have you had these violent tendencies?
Ever since my childhood. It started off small at first. Animals. Small animals. I used to like torturing them, but then I realised that my father treated me like a tortured animal. So I then sympathised with them.
This is a perfect example of bad writing, Jeff.
What?
It started off small at first.
I have a lot of scope to change things. They give me a free rein with the script. I mean, it's not set in stone. Whatever suits me.
It's all like this. Kids who read my books can write better than this.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be your A-class film, Debs.
Oh, it's struggling to get on the alphabet. I think they're totally unprofessional, and especially the way they've just changed the ending at a moment's notice.
Yeah, for the better.
Agreed, but it's unprofessional. Now, you wouldn't get that on stage.
That's the way film works, Debs. You can come up with different ideas as you go along. It's a collaborative effort. Whatever works.
I'll be glad when this is all over.
I can't wait for the sequel. Calendar Killer 2. Tony's Revenge.
You better be kidding.
Forget Freddy versus Jason. Tony's back in town.
Listen, I gave you a perfectly good description of the man who tried to kill me. All I want is a little protection in case this maniac wants me dead. I know what he looks like. I'm a threat to him now. Hello? Hello?
What day is it?
Tuesday?
Date.
6th October?
You know what that means?
No.
It's the Jewish Day of Atonement. Time to repent.
Hello?
Hello? Would it be possible to speak to Mr. Jeffrey Lucas, please?
Oh, he's out at the moment. Can I take a message?
Oh, yes, if you could, that'd be great. My name is Jonathan Stiles, director of the Calendar Killer movie. Unfortunately, Jeffrey didn't get the part, but what we saw, we were quite impressed, actually. And I'm just leaving a message so that we could be interested in him for our next movie, Attack of the Killer Roaches 2. If you could pass that on, please.
He didn't get the part.
Unfortunately, no. So I rather liked him, but casting's not up to me, you see. Can you tell him I'm really sorry?
I'll tell him.
I'm home, Debs.
Oh, Jesus.
Had another great day. You okay? You look sick.
I'm fine. So tell me about your day.
Oh, it was excellent, Debs. We filmed our revised pages. Got to knife a man in the face. Repent this. Great line, eh?
Why did you say that?
What's the Jewish Day of Atonement? Time to repent. My character's got lots of witty lines like that in this film. It's Remembrance Sunday, scumbag. Remember this. Axe to the head. Fucking excellent.
You do know that today is the Jewish Day of Atonement.
Isn't that strange? I said that to John.
John?
Yeah, you know, the film director. I said, isn't it weird that we're doing a scene to do with this Jewish day? And it is that day. He believes we're being blessed with luck.
I've got to go to my mother's for a few days. She's not feeling too well.
You didn't mention it.
I did. A couple of times. But you've been engrossed in Calendar Killer.
I guess I have. I'm sorry, babe. I'll make it up to you when the film finishes. I've been neglecting you lately.
Oh, your work's important, Jeff. I'm fine. I'll just go and pack some things.
Mother's ill. Is that a problem?
No problem, Jeff. I'm sure we can accommodate that. We simply changed the ending.
I didn't like the original ending anyway.
Well, if I'm going to kill Debs, I'll have to do it today.
Why?
Because tomorrow's a nothing day. Tony wouldn't kill on a nothing day.
It's your film. You can end it however you like.
Guess it would have ended anyway. If
Deborah had got away, she'd have only told somebody about Jeff.
Definitely.
So, you're happy then?
I feel better now. I'm ready.
And action, Jeff.
It doesn't mention anything about film work on your CV, Mr. Lucas.
In my opinion, a CV serves as a history of your achievements and abilities. Believe me, some of the film stuff I've done in the past wouldn't gain me any work.
I understand. Jonathan Stiles, the director of Calendar Killer, suggested you for this part.
I auditioned for the role of Tony Marshall, but I didn't get it.
That's a real pity. The film's doing very well.
It's all about lucky breaks.
Well, you must have made a great impression on him, because he raved about you. Said you were very professional.
Oh, I am.
This film's about depression. A real actor's piece. No action, no murder. It's about a man struggling to come to terms with addiction of one sort or another. The film's about failure, really.
Well, I'm tired of playing killers all the time. I could do with a fresh challenge.
The film's called Suicidal. I think you'll love it.
I'm sure I will.
What will you do when I am gone? I'll plead with you. What will you do when I am gone? Oh, the final word. Oh, I know. Decide about